Joining me now is Stratford Mayor Dan Mathieson. Dan, thanks for joining me. And a Stratford bus driver tested positive with COVID-19. What's the situation there, and will buses be shutting down?
Public transit is still in operation in the city of Stratford. On Prior to April 1st, one of our drivers had symptoms, had gone to his doctor, had tested for COVID-19. From then, he went home in self-isolation until a positive test was provided to him, and he did test positive. As I said, he's home self-isolating under doctor's care. The city has remained using our transit system. We've had a number of items put in place as of March 19th that helped curb that. First of all, there is no fare, so there's no contact at the front with the driver, and passengers can only enter and exit off the rear of the bus. There is 8 feet behind the drivers that is roped off so that people can't come through that area. So there has been minimal to no contact between drivers and passengers within the social distancing range. We have also, though, as a precaution, shut down the transit terminal shelters and the shelters out on the road. And primarily we did that because we were concerned of people in and out of them and whether or not they were being cleaned on a daily basis and being able to keep up with the cleaning regimen. And we decided we'd rather focus our efforts on keeping the buses as hyper clean as possible and touch points within them versus maybe worrying about a bus shelter that you don't know whether anyone sat in yesterday or today, but you're just concerned about contact surface.
You're, of course, still working, and you've had some council meetings. What's important that's come out of that people need to know about what's been passed at council?
Well, we have a number of measures we put in place to help support people through this. First and foremost, we have waived interest and penalties on the April 9th tax due date. And there was $3 million of tax revenue that didn't come into the city because people had that opportunity to prioritize using the money for either shelter, essentials, food, whatever they needed it for. And we've allowed ourselves to kind of sit back over the next 4 months and allow people to prioritize their spending in that way. We've also waived interest and penalties on water and wastewater bills, which I think is important as well. It again allows people to prioritize while they work through the federal government's programs to apply for the Canadian Emergency Response Benefit or any other social assistance that may be available to them. We have, in concert with, as I said, the transit system has been of course free. We've looked at opportunities. Festival Hydro has waived interest and penalties on all their payments. The province has passed that they can't terminate anyone's hydro before July 31st, so there's a nice grace period in there. We have reopened our landfill site, and it's available for waste drop-off and yard waste drop-off. We're not doing recycling there. We're not doing hazardous waste or electronic waste. We're really trying to just provide the essential services people are looking for.
Some other municipalities in Ontario have canceled all city events until the end of June. Is that something you're considering?
We are waiting really right now. We're closed indefinitely. We're waiting to see now what triggers the province takes. Today we know that they're going to extend either for 14 or another 30 days the emergency declaration for the province of Ontario. If that occurs, that does put us into probably May for sure, and looking at June is probably dates that we're not going to have public events. But we'll be making that announcement in the coming days.
And you've been highlighting mental health resources that are available for individuals and businesses. Why is this something that's important for the city to take on, and where can people go to find resources?
Well, I think right now for many people, stress and anxiety over either financial matters, family matters, health matters, just concern about not being able to be out and follow their everyday pattern. And we're entering into week number 4, day number 30, 32 like this. I think some people are becoming stressed and having some anxiety. So we're just letting them know there are resources there for them within our community. And it's through Family Services here in Perth. They can access them by going through the United Way. They will make the contact for them and they can have that. We also made it available to business owners because we know for small business owners in general, entrepreneurs, this time of loss of revenue, expense, those challenges will add anxiety to people. We want to give them an outlet to, of course, get professional advice and help where they need it. And we're just trying to highlight for everybody that you're not alone in this. This is really a worldwide pandemic affecting not only our community, but this province and nation and around the world. And we want to find a way to make sure that everyone has the resources they need to deal with it.
And the last time we talked, you had just launched the Help Do Local Good site along with the United Way. Have you seen any good news stories coming out of the way the city is working together?
We've had, first of all, we've had tremendous support from volunteers, individuals stepping forward, saying that they have time and they like to volunteer. So we have taken them up on it. We've also seen tremendous generosity of people's time. And if they don't have time, they've given money to the Help Do Local Good Fund, COVID-19 fund run by the United Way. And that fund's helping families with buy essentials or pay for utilities or servicing where they need it. So there's been a real coming together of the community. And I think it's important at these times that you take stock of your own situation and whether or not it's either lending time or talent or money, whatever you can do to help your neighbor, your friend, your family member get through this is important.
Thanks so much for joining me here today.
Thanks, Neil.